Hello, welcome back to SREERISHI's yet another episode of Mental Health Module. Today we're going to see a very interesting topic that might be relatable to everyone. Today we have a slight language change. We are doing this module completely on English. So let's dive deep into today's topic. So today's topic is an interesting and very common thing that we all might be experiencing throughout our lives, especially now as aesthetics is a very important factor. We live in a world painted with mirrors, right? Everywhere we see mirrors. So today's topic is for you if you're scared of mirrors or if you're obsessed with mirrors. Today's topic is the outward perception of looks. What is your outward perception of your looks? We live, like I said, in a world with mirrors. Like, mirrors are everywhere. Every person is trying to project what we are. So it is like we live in a place where every glance is like a polished surface reflecting back a version of who we think we are, or worse, who we fear we might be. This outward perception of self is not just a shallow game of angles in makeup or the filter you put or the lighting. It's not about that. It is a deep psychological perception within our inner world. So, what about it? What is the importance? Because the way we perceive ourselves is going to act upon our confidence a lot. That is why this topic is important at this era. So, in the core, the way we perceive ourselves on the outside is not born from vanity and all, but from survival. It is an armor. We made that armor with memory, trauma, love, rejection, compliments compliments that feel like it's not a compliment. It's like they're trying to be nice to us, or insults that felt like a burn. So psychologically speaking, this perception is shaped by schema. What is schema? The mental frameworks we develop through early life experiences is called schema. If you were told you were too much or not enough, or like too loud, too quiet, too dark, too pale, very racistic experiences, or like too smart, or we are just too slow to understand things, you might have internalized those labels. They might have become the ink with which you write your reflection every day. That's how you see yourself. The internal reflections inside you is that. So the main factor or the main key villain in this internal reflection is cognitive distortion. What is cognitive distortion? It is actually that consciousness that lives inside our heads, whispering lies like you are not really beautiful, they are only being nice because they pity you. That kind of talk comes from it within. It's that voice in your head which keeps on pulling you back. So what happens is, when you look at the mirror, this internal reflection is what you see. It makes a version of yourself that is often not very similar to you, but then there will be resemblances. So you'll be confused on if it is what real you looks like, or a real you feels like. Then there's another psychological effect that deals with the behavior in human patterns. That is, it is the spotlight effect, where we believe that the world is watching us, dissecting all our flaws. It's like the world is centering us, cornering us. But the fact is, it is a very big delusion. Everyone is too busy drowning in their own reflections to care much about yours, because everyone is having this issue. Everyone is insecure inside at least one point. Everyone is insecure about something about themselves, because we are all inclined to perfectionism. That's another thing. Then there is another psychological theory which deals with it, and it is like the social standards or the comparison theory. We measure ourselves against others, friends, strangers, influencers, filtered gods, goddesses, everything. Whatever that appeals to the aesthetic, we compare ourselves with. And every time we fall short, we are lacking in something, we chip away at the sculpture, and what we do is we start blaming ourselves for the way we were born, or the things that we had no authority over. That's it. But then there is another obsession. Like, self perception is not set in stone. It is clay, malleable. So what happens is, it is yours to mold. Whatever is your perception about yourself, it can't be molded by anyone else. It's just molded by yourself. So When we begin to understand that our outward perception is a projection of inward belief, we find freedom. So, if we are going to talk about that, like, let's start questioning our thoughts, like, challenge the narrative that the head is giving us, and take a blowtorch to the lies carved into us by others. So, like, we are crafted by others. We are seeing the us which you collected because others were giving you bits by bits, and you collected all that and framed an image of yourself, which is exceptionally wrong. And the truth is, we can start building a new mirror, not the one that shows only flaws. You can actually change the mode from everything negative to everything positive. So, this one will reflect your confidence and your resilience. The fact is that many of us don't know is true beauty is not in the symmetry of your face, but in the courage of your gaze. That's a quote that I got. And it's like, it's in the way you perceive and carry yourself, the way you think, the way you dare to believe you're more than what the mirror has been telling you. Your outward perception of yourself is just a whisper of your inner world. So change your inner world, change the language, and the whole reflection changes. So if you are insecure about your outward perception or others' outward perception of you, this video is for you. If you like the video, share, subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you.